This week, obviously, we got a huge week coming up here. This video will go live on Tuesday. That's the Horizon Zero Dawn launches. Everybody's been waiting for that. And then on Friday, we got the Nintendo Switch launches and Zelda comes out. So it is a big week upcoming here for video games.
Yeah.
The few different things that I kind of saw over the past week or whatnot. Number one is that Microsoft has moved their press conference on E3 to a day earlier. So you got to expect that that's because they want the spotlight all to themselves, at least for a day, while they talk Scorpio.
Yeah.
So, you know, let's see what happens here. I think this is kind of Microsoft back against the wall, lost this generation for sure, you know, coming out with their new console this year. So it'll be interesting to see what it is. Is it enough to, you know, draw us back or whatnot? I think
Right.
the one thing we had talked about before, the rumor around it playing PC games, that would be one thing that definitely would make an impression in my mind. The other thing is that it would, you know, the way that they've been talking and been doing things with the backward compatibility, if they sold me a video game console that I could boot up and immediately have all my 360 games, and then buy Halo 5 and, you know, maybe Gears of War or whatever, the few Xbox One games that I missed that I really care about, you know, that's kind of compelling at that point.
Yeah.
You know,
For sure.
So yeah, we'll see what happens with it, but you know, they're setting things up to make a big announcement, you know.
Nice. Yeah.
So, and then along kind of the news with announcements, again, the Nintendo Switch comes out this Friday. Everybody, kind of all the big sites and journalists all have their hands on it now and have been talking through this and that. Their big news from last week was no virtual console at launch.
Yeah.
So now, let me start this off by saying I wish I had a Nintendo Switch. I want one. I like Nintendo.
Yeah. Same.
That's where I'm starting from here.
Yeah.
Now, let's just go and say this is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
They don't have virtual console at launch. They literally have 12 games at launch, one game that anybody cares about.
Yeah.
Right? And that's it. So,
For real.
if I went and bought a Switch on Friday, let's say I go stay overnight at Walmart or whatever, someplace and pick one up, and I buy Zelda, okay, that's going to be great. We all know Zelda will be great.
Yeah.
And then nothing else. Now,
Yeah.
Virtual Console being there would give you whatever, a million years worth of things to play, you know, of all their great old games or whatnot. And whether they want to charge you again for all the games that we bought 12 times over the past Nintendo consoles, I don't even care. There should be an option for me to go buy, you know, Link to the Past or something.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
You know? So,
and I mean, that's one of the cool parts is we're gonna be able to play those multiplayer. It's one of the coolest things they announced. And yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, the fact that nothing's there at launch, it just screams, why launch it now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why not wait until it's ready?
Wait until it's ready. Yeah. And and I mean, it has bugs too, apparently. I mean, people are saying that the Joy-Cons are losing sync and shit.
Right.
Like, it doesn't seem like it's
no
like
voice
they're ready.
Chat on the device.
No voice chat. Yeah.
No Netflix.
You can. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's crazy. It's really crazy. I don't understand why they would launch like that. So.
For real.
Yeah. Good luck, Nintendo. And now, especially, we're going to see in 2 months, we're going to see what the Scorpio looks like. And then when this holiday season comes, it's going to be, where do you spend your money?
Yeah.
You know, so it's what it is. So going along on console launches that we kind of thought were going to fail, the PSVR came out and actually put out numbers and said that they've sold 915,000 of them so far.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, they said that their goal was to get 1 million within the first year, so we're 4 months in at that point. So it's always been kind of a question when I listen to all these different, video game talk shows throughout the week and whatnot, and industry insiders and all that. Sony hasn't launched their numbers, and the question has always been, what were their expectations? How were they going to move forward to this? So I guess it's good that they're hitting their numbers. Really weird that they're not supporting it themselves. Sony, you know what I mean? Like, everybody seems to say so far, you've got all these kind of mini games that came out. Uh, this past week, Dirt Rally came out. I would be stoked to play that in VR. And
Yeah.
then in Resident Evil. So I feel like those two games alone, Dirt and Resident Evil, are your first two full VR games.
Yeah.
And just really weird that Sony has all these studios and doesn't have anybody working on a VR game.
Real. Yeah, it is weird. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, there's that. A few different things I had here. Target accidentally leaked the launch of the sequel, The Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah.
It's called Shadow of War. Is what it's called.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Shadow of Mordor fan, so I gotta say I'm stoked for that for sure. And then just this week, I was just reading today that Warner Brothers came out and officially announced it. And not only that, but they said it's coming August 22nd this year. So another video game I don't have time for that I really want to play is coming out this year.
Real. I mean, are you gonna even play Horizon?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I'm jamming on Horizon.
Yeah, you're skipping Fallout and
yes,
and Metal Gear, just going straight to Horizon.
Correct.
So I figured.
For the past month or so, once I beat Until Dawn was the last game that I beat, I've just kind of been taking it on the sideline, playing a little bit of Pokemon, playing a lot of NBA, trying to get through all that stuff, and not jumping into a story game, waiting for Horizon. So we're gonna talk. I'm gonna hit Horizon hard. Try and knock it out so we can talk through it for sure.
Yeah. Hey!
You gonna deal with that?
I don't know what they're barking at. No! Shut up!
I'll be getting Legend of Zelda also.
Door! Yeah.
Yeah, those two games, that'll be my year, basically.
No! Just make sure there's no one here or something.
Right. Right, all right. Okay, so the next bit of news that I had was Marvel came out. This is via Kotaku. Somebody on there had talked about how they got the inside information that Marvel Studios said that their video games in no way are going to be tied to the MCU.
Yeah.
So most people, and myself included, think that that's a good thing.
Yeah.
If history and video games has showed us anything, is that when games are trying to make release dates of movies, it adds up to crappier games.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's I think it's a good thing. Plus, you let the game creators do their whole thing,
Yeah, right.
I mean, it would be cool to have really good games that are in the Marvel universe at the same time, but that tends to not be the case when they try and do that.
Yeah, totally. And like you think about so Spider-Man is the next game coming up that's not a Telltale game anyways, and it would be cool for them to have their own trilogy and it's their own separate story, doesn't have to tie in with all that other stuff, have them make a cool story.
For sure.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. So that the next one that I had was that Division just today launched a new trailer for their final expansion or whatnot. Me and you have both watched it. It's got 8 versus 8 multiplayer in the Dark Zone. So to my mind, this could honestly go either way. Oh, and a new incursion. So it is somewhat alarming to me because when we go to the Dark Zone now, we just get our asses handed to us. It's not even fun, you know what I mean? It's like trying to sneak around, get supplies, and then get them out without being seen. Because if we get seen, we're getting griefed, basically.
Right.
So they would have to do something to balance it out for me to be excited about that. I do like groups of 8. That's cool to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The only problem is, I think that's cool. Because a lot of times we have 5 people.
Right.
But I mean, then the question is, do you have to have 8? Because a lot of times, we could probably get 5 or 6, but now is it going to be like Destiny where we're going to have to go on Division LFG and find 2 more people if we actually want to do it?
No, you won't have to do that because the Division has baked in matchmaking. Destiny doesn't.
So just drop 2 people with us.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But again, it's going to be, those guys who've been grinding and are the top tier players for the past year or whatnot. When we go in and start this expansion, are they just going to mow us over? Because that's
not
fun.
8 of them. Yeah, for real.
Right. So we'll see how they balance that out and how they do that. But we all agree survival was fun. It got us back into the division. So
yeah.
So yeah. So look for that. And then just the last thing that I just wanted to talk about is like we've been joking about not having enough time to play games here. There is a freaking glut of awesome games this spring. So I just wanted to really quick go through this. Neo and For Honor just recently came out. Today there's a Final Fantasy 15 game called a King's Tale. It's like an old school sprite looking thing. It was news to me, so it probably won't be good. But also Horizon Zero Dawn. Zelda comes out on Friday. March 7th, Ghost Recon comes out. March 21st, Mass Effect comes out. April 4th, Persona 5.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Take your pick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
real.
It's cool because whatever, lots of great games. But for somebody like me with limited time, it's like I say, I'm picking Horizon Zero Dawn, Zelda. That could be the rest of my year, and then Ghost Recon Wildlands maybe for Sunday night, like co-op or something like that. If something better doesn't come along.
Yeah.
Before
I'd like to get Mass Effects too. After playing that last Dragon Age, it made me kind of miss BioWare games. So
I absolutely would like to get that. I still want to play The Last Guardian. I still want to play Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
For real. Yeah. See how long it takes me to get through Horizon.
Sure.
At this point, it's like hopefully by the time I'm done with Horizon, Final Fantasy or Last Guardian will be in a sale or something. Grab one of those, and then by the time we're done with those, maybe some of these new games will be on sale. Like that would be a deal.
I throw Zelda in the middle of that though, and that screws me.
Yeah.
Time wise, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Luckily, I have to buy a whole new console to be able to play Zelda, so it's not too concerned. Yep.